don't think you can't do it. You can do it. I always tell my youngsters, don't worry, get over it. You're not the same as me. I'm not the same as you. You're unique. You've been brought into this world unique. And God makes each one
unique
for some reason. I must tell you that at that stage in 1984-85, this country had never designed you, as all of you know, that India is a great country. Right. So we decided instead of going for conventional submarine, why don't we go for nuclear submarine straight away? Oh. We are the only country, I think, who went and designed and developed and built a nuclear submarine indigenously before you build a conventional submarine.
Oh,
yeah.
Hello and a very warm welcome to all of you on another episode of Emotionally Yours With Pratik. Today, we are honored to have Vice Admiral S.P. Varma with us, and somebody who has been instrumental in designing the first ever nuclear submarine of India. He's been there in Indian Navy for a very long time, and now he's been associated with Marine Research Center as a senior advisor. A very warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you.
So let me put it, he's been a developer and not designer of nuclear submarine. Yeah. Okay, that's my ignorance about the submarines.
No, basically what I want to say is we got design assistants.
Okay.
And we use the design assistants very knowledgeably in the organization. And as you know, a submarine is not just the hull.
Correct.
A lot of equipment.
Correct.
And therefore we had to create those facilities in the country, in the industry, to be able to make the equipment.
Okay.
So designing, when I say design, we got the help of design, but the design was done here, validated outside.
All right.
Right. And then we knew that the design is okay. I must tell you that at that stage in 1984-85, this country had never designed or built an indigenous submarine. But as all of you know, that India is a great country. Right. So we decided instead of going for conventional submarine, why don't we go for nuclear submarine straight away? Oh. We are the only country, I think, who went and designed and developed and built a nuclear submarine indigenously before you build a conventional submarine.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's the reverse journey.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's like leapfrogging in technology to gain the time that we lost over years.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. I mean, that adds to my knowledge about submarines, sir. Sir, we would like to understand, I mean, what really interested you in joining Indian Navy? You've served a very long time throughout. So let us try and understand your entire journey since your childhood, how it has been, from where you came, and what inspired you to go for Indian Naval Services.
Okay, so actually we are one of four brothers at home.
Okay.
Right? I had an elder sister who, of course, passed away sometime during my, I think. So you know, I am the eldest. So obviously I have to be the quietest.
Eldest and the quietest.
Quietest has to be, you know.
Has to be that
because
way.
The youngsters can have mauj maja.
Right.
So the youngsters were there. So I was always a favorite of my parents, and they expected me to be a model for my younger brothers.
More matured
and all. So right from my childhood, I was put into a situation where I had to be matured. I had to be,
lead by example.
Yeah, not exactly lead. I never did that lead by example, but basically what is that, try and do the right thing.
Okay.
You can't do everything. I've told lies also in younger age, but I don't tell lies anymore. But yes, it does happen. Right. So one of the things was a sense of responsibility came in pretty early in life, right? So that was one. Second is since the younger boys were always, doing some mischief or the other, so I became the tuition master also for them.
Okay.
Yeah. So
somebody who would monitor
and teach, because I'm in a higher class than them, so I have to teach them.
Right.
So I got into taking responsibility thing right on time. Then in any family there are problems which come. So there are ups and downs. So there were a time when my mother was not well at all. I'm the eldest. So going and getting things for her, etc. at the age of 7.
At the age of 7.
So I'm running some 8 kilometers to, to the market to bring things for her, and because my father was away, he was not there. And it's sort of thing. My sister was at home doing the cooking, and she was not very old either. I was 7, means she must be 11. She was older to me by 4 years, right? And all of us are studying. My sister and I studied in the same school,
Oh, okay.
And but things went on. I can only say one thing is, the person who kept the family together is my mother.
All right.
Because in spite of all that, she would laugh, spend time with us. Those days there were no jokes, I think. There were only some incidents which will make you laugh, And so we were a happy family. In spite of all the problems, it never touched us. It never touched us. That is one thing which I was, I felt that I've had an excellent childhood because of my mother. Because my father was missing most of the time. So it was my mother. And so we were very close to our mother, and I got on. And as usual, I come from a place called Vizianagaram.
Right. Hampi.
That story also I'll tell you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Hampi, I'm not from Hampi. I'm from Andhra Vijayanagar.
Andhra Vijayanagar.
And you're right that Hampis, the Hampis are Hampi Vijayanagar, that Krishna Devaraya. He actually captured even the Andhra Vijayanagar, and as you know that his empire was very big. So those days, the only way they could capture was give your daughter to one prince on the other side, and then they become part of you. That's what was happening. So that's what happened. So Chandravans, Suryavans, so Chandravans came there. So I'm from the Chandravans. So
all right.
This thing is from Hampi, but on the other side.
On the other side.
So we come from there, but then we were in Chennai. My father was in the Air Force, so he was moving around. And actually, we never missed him because we knew that he's always on some work and things like that. And in fact, that portion of it, that when he was there also he would work hard, etc., is something that got ingrained in me. Not that he didn't want to have fun, but he had to work. So you pick up these things in life. Nobody teaches you. It is where the environment in which you live. Very interesting thing is I love reading books, right? Now I got a small house. At one time I had a big house, so I could keep
all the books.
Now we have disposed it off, but every now and then I seem to be collecting books. So nobody told me to read. My father will leave books strategically in places, and then he will see us taking the book and reading. He was very happy.
So nice.
So all these things, build in you. When I was about to finish school, all of us in South, what you normally want to become a doctor or an engineer. In those days, IAS officer and all, nobody talked. We talked of doctor, engineer. And in fact, from my school, everybody went to IIT Madras. Some 14 people went to IIT Madras from my class. Yeah. And of course, I at that time wanted to become a doctor. But as I mentioned, these things happened. This was around 62, 63. Dad was busy with the Chinese somewhere. So I was the head of the house, and things were not too bright. So one of the things was, why don't I try for NDA? Which again came because of another incident.
Okay.
The incident is very interesting. In school, we have what is called a junior wing of the NCC. Right. And when I wanted to join that, I was rejected. They said, no, you're too short. Actually, I am short. Right? But I was even shorter at that time. So I was maybe 4'3" or 4'4", and I was in 11th standard. I was not even 5. So I was very short and I was very thin. Not that I was malnutrition, but that was the way I was. And Mr. Dinetto, I can't forget him. He taught us trigonometry also. He said, no, you're too short. But I was always wondering, Denito was not very taller than me either. He was maybe 5 and I was 4'11". But he was, they are those honorary, they do that work, no, in the school. So he was a squadron leader by, whatever it is. So that sort of struck me. So when this thing happened, that things were not too well and all, I said, why don't I try for NDA? So I tried for NDA. And again, from school, we had Bala, myself, about 4 or 5 people who tried. 2 of us got in. I was one of them.
Oh, okay.
So I also got shocked, by the way, because everybody else was,
well built
and all. And here I was little more. By the time the thing is come, by the time my examinations took place, and immediately after that the entrance exam for the NDA, followed by the most important thing, the medical test, followed by the group discussion, etc. I had become little taller because I would hang under anything that was horizontal. Because somebody told me that if you hang, you will become taller. So I did that also. And yes, I did. By the way, it could be right, because a couple of inches I put in those 6 months.
Oh.
Yeah. Then I went to I got cleared the exam. I went for the interview. In the interview, we have 2 types. One is just the interview. Before the interview, we have all those group tests and, discussions and all that thing. Discussion mein, one thing is, everybody was waiting who'll start. So I started and I never stopped. So they said, this fellow is okay. Fauji ban sakta hai. Probably. I don't know.
Okay. He has got that initiative to do it.
Well, I wouldn't even say initiative. Nobody's talking and he said, okay, this is the thing, you people talk.
Start with it.
Start. Since nobody started, I started. And then I kept the field. It was like question answer. So it was a good thing, good exercise for me. And for me, I started realizing you don't have to be tall, you don't have to be well built. You should just have confidence in yourself and just go, just roll. And that's what happened.
So how did you feel when, the temporary rejection came in?
Yeah, temporary rejection, I'll come here. So when I went for my medical, that's the time I got temporarily rejected. Because I was not tall enough. So in spite of being only 2 from the school and all that thing, Bala got selected. Bala was a little plumpy chap, but I didn't get selected. So I didn't get, not selected, I didn't get cleared for the medical. So it was an interesting thing. Since I was only 15, because 15 and a half I joined the academy, all this was happening immediately after 15, when I'm 15 years. So there's enough time to grow.
Correct.
So the medical doctor, Major Mercy Thomas, I remember last time when I was talking to you, I couldn't remember the name.
Right.
Now the name has come, Mercy Thomas. She said that she gave a certificate that he is young, this, that, etc. He will grow. So on the basis of that, I was accepted, and that's thing. Now, if you ask me how did I feel, I felt very bad for 1.5 days. But Mercy Thomas actually showed mercy.
So nice.
and that's how I got in. So I said, good. So I got into the NDA, and NDA for me was, something new. Like for most people new, except those who go to these military schools.
Right.
Rest of us who come from, these kind of schools, is different.
Right.
But then you always see amongst your peers or amongst somebody who's slightly senior, hey, what is the difference between him and me? Kuch nahi hai. So when he can do it, why can't I do it? That is what kept motivating you, and you kept, growing. Then academics is one, outdoors is one. 2 things you have. Academics is your own. So if you do well in academics, you have that much confidence. Because mostly people who play football and all that don't do very well. I could not play many games because I was a short fellow. And most of these tall fellows will, sort of thing.
Correct.
So I couldn't. So the only thing I started doing was running.
Okay.
And if you go to Khadakwasla, there are a lot of hills around.
Oh, yeah.
And best was to run away, otherwise you'll get punished we have that, because the seniors will keep punishing you for something or the other.
Correct.
So I would go away, run away, come back in the evening, on the way pick up something to eat, sit on the top, take a book, read, come back, and think. So that's how my weekends were spent. So I learned how to run.
Wow.
So adversity brings you in
brings the best out of
best out of you. That's what running. So when I started running in the cross country race, I started doing well.
Oh, okay.
So they said, "Isme bhi kuch dam hai." So
Achha.
I was now stop punishment. Now
And
you start running every day, and then the squadron wants the chap who comes first from your thing or first enclosure. So they also look after you, and that's how I also became a long distance runner at that age. Yeah.
wow.
So that was how my childhood went, and then another thing was whether I'm going to get the Navy or the Army or thing. I was very clear I want the Navy, because one of the things is when I got rejected at the NCC Air Wing by him, I went and joined the Sea Scouts.
Right.
Sea Cadet Corps. The Sea Cadet Corps, they want short people only. Because our decks are pretty short. I'm just joking. They were tall people also. So nobody asked me about my height there. So I said, okay. So I already had a little idea about the sea, the Navy, and the knots which they teach you. So you had some idea, right? And so I wanted the Navy. It took some time for them to give it to me, but they gave it to me, which is good. No regrets. I think the best service, in my opinion, people may not agree, is the Navy.
Is the Navy.
Okay. Is the best. Yeah.
What I listened right now when you were elaborating the entire thing, I think the sense of responsibility, leading, taking care of the younger ones. Okay, you've displayed a lot of emotions in terms of taking the ownership, taking the sense of responsibility, taking the empathy for the other siblings, and ensuring that you have done your best in terms of taking care of them, in terms of helping your mother, etc. And when I listen to this story, okay, despite of being called not tall enough, okay, you kind of overcame that in your own way, where you identified your strength was running.
Necessity.
All right.
More of necessity.
Necessity.
I want to participate. I can't participate in other sports. I participate.
So the handicaps do not really matter.
No.
Okay, and conventionally, when people looked at you, and where you felt that you were short of, you were not up to the mark for a particular services, that could have been an initial hit to you. Did it hit you in a way?
Which services?
I said, when
temporary rejection.
Right,
yeah.
temporary rejection.
But you see, temporary rejection was basically a physical aspect,
Right.
Which is a fact, because the entry height was 5'2".
Right.
And I was just about 4'11" at that time.
Right.
So, well, as I said, Mercy came in and gave us thing and said he will grow. Otherwise, normally what happens in temporary rejection, they'll say, okay, go back, come back after 3 months, and think that if something happens, like you're fat or something, those kind of things they do. But this year, though, you can't grow in 3 months, no? Right. So she gave that thing, and so I have a great belief that my life is actually has been scripted by somebody. Okay. And that's how it's been going on. If you hear later, you'll realize.
Course,
because I still feel that my life is scripted.
Okay. So from ND days, you chose Navy.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what happened once you joined in? And
when I joined, anybody who joins the Navy wants to become the Chief of Naval Staff.
Right.
As a young fellow, you want to become the Chief of Naval Staff.
Right.
So you try and join the executive branch. That means you want to take the executive branch. Unfortunately, in the 5th term, my eyes got, I spoilt my eyes.
Oh, okay.
I used to sit we used to have some lectures in the auditorium, and where I was sitting, I wouldn't be able to see what's written on the thing. So I used to ask my guy next thing. He'd say, yeah, I can read it. So I realized there's something wrong. So I went and went to the MI room, got checked. They said, your eyes are, thing. I said, okay. So that's the first time I came to Pune Opticians in 1964. That's the only time I came out of NDA on a pass. came to Pune Opticians, got my specs made, and it was not much, but it was there. So I knew that I can't join the tech. So the next option was technical or logistics. Technical. Because I wanted to be an engineer, right? All my friends went to engineering.
Right.
And here I'm becoming an engineer.
Oh, so that was the opportunity that you saw.
Yes.
Was for completing engineering.
Becoming a technical guy. So I became a technical guy. So I got what I wanted at one time.
Okay. So despite of these difficulties, which most of the people think that these difficulties are very difficult to overcome, you've always felt that there's always an option that can work for you.
The problem with us is we think this is the end.
Right.
This is not the end. This is the beginning.
This is the beginning.
And you have to start looking, if this is the beginning, what next? Okay. But the moment you say this is the end, then they know what next.
Change the path.
In anything, in any work you do, if you think you're going to do work and it's going to be 100% throughout, it's not going to be. Right? But you're not happy with 80%. So you'll change and you'll make it 100. So when you're doing that, why don't you believe that there is always an alternate way which I can do? And the environment or whatever you call it, it joins you in getting you. In fact, why I became an engineer? I mean, I could have had a good eyes and I might not have become the chief of naval staff for sure, because everybody can't become the chief of naval staff. Correct. But I've been an executive officer, what I wanted.
Correct.
But something made me change my branch, and I headed the technical branches of the Navy. So I still became head, but maybe another one.
Right.
So I said it's scripted. That's why I say my thing seems to be scripted. Whatever you want happen. One thing is, very early in life, I believe, because when I saw that thing, I'm different because I'm small, right? I'm not this thing, etc. But I can do the same things.
So those things never came across as an obstacle or...
No, like for example, we do riding.
Right.
I'm a light man on a horse.
Oh,
so the horse is very happy. So I do all the, obstacles and all much better than the others. Okay. So when you start seeing that, you see that this is not, it doesn't matter.
There are advantages.
Absolutely advantages.
I mean, you saw that there are advantages that you can take in cross-country running.
Yeah, correct. Right. That is one. Then I'm saying here, when we used to have an obstacle race, I used to do very well in obstacle race.
Okay.
When we started doing running, because all that you should know how to keep your horse in control. The rest the horse only does. You don't jump. The horse jumps.
The horse jumps it.
You only make sure that you give him at the right time. You give him the little thing, so he goes. Correct. So when you do things well, then the environment starts believing that you're as good as them.
It all starts with the belief.
Yeah, it's the belief. It's the belief. I always tell my youngsters, in life there are a lot of problems. A lot of people have problems and all, and then so I told them, you're unique. That's why you're having this unique problem.
Right.
So don't worry. Get over it. You're not the same as me. I'm not the same as you. You're unique. You've been brought into this world unique. And God makes each one
unique
for some reason. So you're unique. So instead of saying I'm useless, say I'm unique. You feel better.
No, that's so important, because everybody has some strength or some kind of skill which would make him different than the other ones.
Yeah. You see, I can't be Gavaskar even if I started playing cricket.
Right.
I can't be. Gavaskar will be Gavaskar. I may be as good as him, but I'm not Gavaskar. Let's face facts.
True.
So similarly here, I can't be X. Right? I am, because I'm Y. How can Y be X?
So celebrating the difference is what I call it as. Yeah. You have to celebrate your own difference.
See, one thing is, at a young person, we don't know all these things.
Correct.
Now that you're asking me these questions, I'm trying to reflect on it. But otherwise, you're just doing as it comes, you're doing. So that's why I said it's scripted. Because who's pushing you in those directions? There is something happening.
Correct.
So, and I believe it happens.
Right.
Yeah.
After that, you've joined executive.
No, I didn't join. I joined the technical branches.
Technical branches.
Yeah.
All right.
So there we had an option to take engineering or electrical branch. I took the electrical branch for simple reasons, because promotions were faster in the electrical branch.
Okay.
At that time. Later, it has all become same. But that time, because there was an electrical officer who was one of the divisional officers. So I went and met him. when the last term, no, I said, so what thing should I take? He said, you go for, I'm an electrical officer, see, he and I joined together, he's still so-and-so, I am already a lieutenant commander. I said, why waste time? So I joined the electrical branch, no regrets. But that's as an electrical engineer, you will have to know a lot of mechanical engineering.
Okay.
Because mechanical engineering is the basic. So you'll have to know. So but a mechanical engineer won't know electrical engineering. Because he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
But an electrical engineer will, because you'll have to know materials, you'll have to know all these things, right? And your education also, you do more in strength of materials and these kind of the hydraulics and things like that thing. And in electrical, it doesn't mean that you're doing only electricity. You have transformers. So that's a material, magnetic material, this, that, etc. So automatically mechanical engineering also comes, because obviously somebody has to make the transformer. So you learn mechanical engineering on the fly. So I think it was a good choice, electrical engineering. But electronics came in a big way. I'm born in 1947, by the way.
Okay.
So I am one of those lucky fellows who has seen our nation grow every day.
Oh.
Almost.
Right.
I mean, if you look at it from the day I'm born
till today.
Yeah, in today. So I'm seeing things. And the nation has grown. And technology has grown. So I've seen and worked with all kinds of technologies, right? And so there you are. You're a lucky person, born at the right time, in the right place, go to the academy at the right time. You then get the branch that you wanted. And there in the branch, when I got the branch, I say, hey, this is a little difficult, But as I always had somebody. If that chap can do it, I can do it. So don't think you can't do it. You can do it. Yeah,
that's the self-limiting belief that we put on ourselves, saying that though he can, but not sure I can.
You got the right word, self-limiting.
Right.
Most of the time, we curse ourselves.
Absolutely.
Right? My answer to that is, if you don't love yourself, why are you expecting somebody else to love you?
Absolutely.
So, first thing is to
like yourself.
Right? And
accept yourself.
Accept yourself with whatever, I won't say limitation, special uniqueness. Accept yourself with uniqueness rather than just trying to be somebody else.
Right.
And once you get that in your mind, I have noticed that since those days, you have to do well. There is no thing. You have to do well, because now you understood that you can do it. You also believe that you have no limitations.
Absolutely.
And then you just fly.
Awesome. So, you described about NDA days, and you've been trained there. A lot of people, have this notion of fear of going to NDA because of the harsh schedules and because of the tough training modules, etc. What has been your experience?
See, as I mentioned to you, that I was in a normal school, so there was nothing, there was no ragging or something like that. All I can say is, if you take, again, how you look at it, from a boy, you're being converted into a gentleman.
Yeah.
That takes effort, from both sides. So if somebody there were punishments given to me, not because I did something wrong, because somebody did wrong, and there in the academy, nobody gets punished alone. Everybody gets punished together. So it doesn't matter. It's called group punishment. So it doesn't matter. So therefore, even if the punishment is not yours because of you, you do it together with everybody. So you feel, okay,
that's the way it is. He's one of us, and then
each one of us. That's where you build your
camaraderie.
Because then you say, because of you, we fellows had to do the punishment. sorry.
Correct.
So he also now he takes the responsibility. If I do something, I am going to put these guys and things, and they're not going to spare me for something. Because what can we do? Right. We can't hit him. We'll make sure his next trip to the cafe, we'll all go and he'll pay for it. So that is for him more, because in those days you'll get more important is, I am not going to pay for all those cafes, so I better be okay.
Fear of punishment.
Fear of paying for those.
Correct.
Punishment is okay.
No, not that punishment. This punishment I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All right. And then you spoke about joining the electrical, and then...
Yeah, I joined the electrical branch. We go to Lonavala. That's where our engineering college is. It's both for marine engineers and for electrical engineers.
INS Shivaji.
Shivaji, that's
Right.
Lonavala. Yeah, that's our engineering college.
I had an honor of delivering a session over there on emotional intelligence.
Okay. So I was there for 3 years, and I had very good instructors. Actually, my life has I won't say my accomplishments or achievements, I don't like to use those words, but whatever I have been able to do is because I've had good instructors in school, I have had good instructors in college, and I had a chap who always had doubts. I never stopped asking questions, because that's the only place you can clear your doubt.
Yeah.
If I am going to clear my doubt from you, I have already accepted that you're better than me.
Correct.
Sure. So,
Right.
Then you start feeling, things. So my thing was, ask the teacher. And my teacher say always, hey, whatever rank I was at that time, you are always having so many doubts. What to do, sir? Dumb fellow. He said, no, you're not dumb. Sir, instructor is saying you're not dumb, means I'm not dumb. So it's okay. So, but he will explain and you will learn. And that's what I learned. I must tell you one small incident. Then one was Professor Thambe. He was our strength of materials, strength of materials instructor. And he was teaching us. And I said, sir, I went to him after thing. I said, sir, didn't understand this thing. Thambe was, in those, he was a regular Maharashtrian, the dhoti and that cap, thing that. So I said, sir, I just don't know. Instead of teaching me, he says, to know that you don't know, you achieve nirvana.
Oh.
So I said, here I'm going and asking questions, he is talking to me in philosophy. So I said, sir, I think, I teach you, but the first thing to know is you don't know. The moment you don't know, I know you don't know, so I can teach you.
Oh.
So he says, it's good for the instructor also. Yeah, very profound. That's what I said. Right. Some of my instructors have been very profound, and they've had a thing in my life. Later, you start applying what you've learned, what you think, you start applying in your, without knowing, it just becomes part of your thing. Yeah. So that's it. And then we go to sea. We do cadets time at sea. And for electrical engineers, we do what is called we go to sea as a cadet, right? Sorry, that we do after. From NDA, we go as a cadet at sea, and then we go to Lonavala.
Right.
And when you go to Lonavala, you become a midshipman, and then you become a sub-lieutenant. And then out of that place, since I'm an electrical guy, I have to go to the electrical school. The electrical school is in Jamnagar.
Okay.
So before we go there, we go to sea again for about 2 to 3 months. And do some electrical activities, basically to get some kind of a certificate of competency, because I cannot get a certificate of cannot become a lieutenant unless I get a certificate of competency. And when I'm doing my course in Balsura, which is a year's course, I'm due to become a lieutenant. So that's why I do that competency and then go there. And thereafter, Valsura is, more of practical. You do radars. Because in radars, sonars, all these things are taught there. Equipment is there. You interact with the equipment. You're almost, because you'll be handling sailors. You'll be the only officer, and you'll have so many technical sailors under you. So you better know something.
Better. Right.
So you working practically with the equipment. So we have a very interesting way of teaching us. They'll put faults in the system and ask you to take the fault out. So that kind of thing. The teachers will put fault. They'll put some paper thing somewhere. So then some relay will not go. Those days it was valves, relays and all that. Now it's all software, so you can't put paper anywhere. So, yeah. So those kind of things. It was a very physical kind of a thing. But it was good thing. And as you know, I kept running because even in Shivaji, I kept running because there are hills around.
Oh, beautiful premises.
Lonavala.
Yeah.
So I kept running around. We did very, very interesting things like running to Pune.
Oh.
We did a run to Pune. I didn't mention it to you.
No. We never
it is
spoke on
about,
that.
I think it was 60 kilometers. Yeah,
Right.
it is 60 kilometers right up to RTO office from
Okay.
Lonavala.
INS.
From Shivaji. Yeah, so 6 kilometers. So we did it in 6 hours something, continuously running.
My God.
A team with 4-5 people. We did that. Then we did a run to Bombay, which is 120 kilometers.
My God.
Through Thane. Those days we didn't have the
Right.
expressway. You had to go via Thane and things like that.
Correct.
And we did a walk to Mahabaleshwar.
Mahabaleshwar,
yeah.
all the way.
Yeah, but it is at 21-22 hours continuously.
My
one
God.
walk. So it started off with cross country, and this is how it became. I became what do you call that? A good cross country runner. I started standing first in the Navy. Started getting thing. So I said, okay, I'm a cross country runner. It's okay.
Awesome.
So that builds your confidence. People look up to you. You feel that you're on the right path.
Correct.
And you move. And studies and profession is one, but acceptability and thing. You may not look for acceptability, but let us face facts. That's there behind you always.
Yeah.
It is fact. Validation. You don't look for validation, but when you're validated, you feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That.
That's the way it is.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay. So post this, then you started with your job in Navy.
So after that, I went to sea again because once you finish your thing, go to sea. I was on a couple of ships, and then 71 came, right?
War.
Before 71, I was moved to the naval aviation. So I am one of the odd guys, aviation, surface, Navy, and submarine. So I'm one of the odd guys who's had experience in all three. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. I can't call myself a submariner. I can't call myself an aviator. I can call myself an air engineer, which I was. I was an air engineer and air electrical rather. And I was in Cochin, and I was assigned to those days. Seeking helicopters had just come from UK, so I keep chatting with people. I went for training to UK. Hey, when did you go to UK? It's a United Kerala because it was run by the
United Front.
United Front car.
Right.
United Kerala. Because most of the people got trained in England. Right. I got trained only here.
Okay. So that is UK.
That's UK. So I was also happy myself. Maybe UK may also.
So nice.
Yeah, that's thing. So and during the war, I was in the aviation side. Used to sleep under a wing of one of our Alizé aircraft. Here because I was the only bachelor in my squadron. Everybody else was married, so their families had come from Cochin.
Right. They would be with their families.
Probably they're not supposed to be, but anyway. So whatever it is, they have to because they can't all be there. I was a bachelor, so it didn't matter. So it was a good thing. There were my war experience is different. We leave it for another day.
Sure.
We won't finish it because that's another lovely story. But we leave it for another day.
Definitely.
And then from there, so I was in aviation, and Sunday one day, so that's where I started doing my marathons.
Okay.
Because somebody thought since I can run 10 kilometers or 15 kilometers, why can't I do
entire marathon?
Yeah. So what happened was I had gone for inter-services cross country to Patan. Patan is near Uri. Yeah. So inter-services was being held there. So I was participating there. And Sunday on my way back, I got a message that I have to, at Delhi, when we think that I should report to the naval headquarters. So when I reported, they said, this evening there's a Dakota. Those days we had the Dakota. We call it communications squadron. and you are going to Cochin. I said, why? I don't know. This Dakota has come all the way for you. I said, Lieutenant Indian Navy getting a Dakota? Wow. Till I reached Cochin, then it told me that in the next 3 weeks there's going to be a marathon and you're participating. Then all my this thing, I never run. He said, no. And then there was a coach who would coach me.
Okay.
And the beauty about it is that I won that race.
Wow.
Not because I was the best. The people who were ahead of me got ill, so they had to drop off. So,
but still you survived all that.
Yeah, I survived. No, because they ran too fast. I didn't.
Okay.
I took 3 hours 45 minutes.
My God.
Yeah, so they were better runners. They were but unfortunately that day they were not. So I was running till they said, "Sir, wo to ambulance mein chale gaya." So my pace increased. He said, "Sir, number 1 bhi abhi second. That chap was second bhi wo chale gaya." So little more faster. And when you come for the last round in the
lap.
You do a lap in the thing. Otherwise you're running outside. So a lap in the stadium. I just went like breeze.
Okay.
So that became. So I became a marathon runner.
Wow.
So then of course it improved, and then I did up to my best timings were 2:25.
2 hours 25 minutes.
Yeah.
How many kilometers?
43.
43 kilometers.
Full marathon. No?
Full marathon. My God. That's awesome.
People are doing better than that.
No.
Yeah. At that time, yes, I was happy.
That must have been a real good one. One thing that you mentioned, you were on sea. We often hear that there's a lot of loneliness around people, and the fear of loneliness or anxiety at times, because everything is uncertain. You're not sure what the next moment is going to be. Like in 1971 wars, you were in navigation. So
I was aviation.
Aviation. I'm sorry, you were in aviation. So, most of the people in the armed forces, they live in extremely volatile, very unclear and complex situations. And, the feeling of loneliness on the sea when you are sailing is also very high. So I'm sure this must have taken a lot of toll on a lot of people's mental health or emotional well-being.
Okay, you see, if you are on a merchant ship, probably, you're lonely. But on a warship, they keep you occupied all the time. And something or the other is always happening. You can't be lonely. And you camaraderie, you got your people around you. You see, you're not alone per se. You're in a metal box with everybody. Your sailors, officers, everybody is same. Everybody has seen you in your towel. So that thing breaks down between an officer and a sailor. That breaks down. We go to his mess deck and eat his food. You know why? It's tastier than what they make for the officers. Officers, you have all that. They because those guys can't eat our food. Our food is that cutlets, this. Okay. So that thing.
The sophisticated.
So-called sophisticated. Indian sophistication. So there, they give a dal roti thing. So we go and eat from there. We are quite happy. So they also very happy. Saab aaya, khaya.
Wow.
So it's a different feeling in the man who's lonely is the commanding officer. Because he stays separately. All of us are like two or something like that. But he is the one who's got his own thing, he can't eat in our wardroom. He eats in his own cabin, everything. He is the lonely guy. Whereas we are all enjoying ourselves. For him to enjoy, he should ask, can I come and join you? Oh. Yeah, because that distance has to be kept.
Right. And the second thing is, during war times, it's a lot of volatility that, that's you don't know the next thing that comes.
Yeah, you see, like for example, I'll tell you, we had a Alizé with us, 2 Alizés. We had come down from Cochin. Alizé is an anti-submarine aircraft, whereas mine was an anti-submarine helicopter. Sea King is an anti-submarine helicopter. So Alizé was, you must have heard at that time that Alizé crashed. It was shot down by the Pakistanis. It's a naval thing.
Right.
Of Gujarat, right? So now we were going in the same area. We came back. One man, he and his observer didn't come back.
Right.
The navigator we call observer in the thing, because besides navigating, he's an anti-submarine, so he's observing the sea for, finding the, he's got a, what do you call, a method of, he's got sonobuoys. He puts sonobuoys and gets the thing. So he becomes more like a anti-submarine person on board. So both couldn't come back. And the most lovely people, Akku Roy and Sirohi. And lovely people. And you're together always.
Right.
And then two people don't come back. Yeah, you feel bad. You feel bad. But, this thing is so much you think. Much later, when you come back, you meet their parents, meet their wives and all that. That's the time you feel bad. And you say, it could have been me.
Yeah.
But I think, I don't, even in people in the army, when they are at that place and there's work and there's battle, nobody's thinking of anything. They've thought just before leaving. After that, they don't think. They just get into the work thing. Otherwise, they can't perform. True, you can't perform. So they perform. In fact, you must have read that most people write the last letter before going.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and because they don't know they're coming back.
I'd been to Kargil and I saw the war memorial in Dras and I could see those letters there.
Yeah.
It was really heart-touching.
Yeah, so they do that. Well, these are, it's easy for me to say because I'm survived. The others are, who didn't survive, it's very difficult to say. But it's true, I've lost some good friends, right? And when he was a lieutenant, and here I go up to become an admiral. He could have become an admiral. He could have been a great thing for his parents, So it's just that you take that and you just move on. It's not that we don't feel bad. We do feel bad, but then we don't let it continue.
Seep in.
Yeah, it's okay.
You learn to deal with it.
We learn to deal with it, and the best part is the ladies, the wives. They learn to deal with it fantastically, and we don't forget them. We don't forget them. I had my golden jubilee from NDA in 2016, right? That is 50 years after leaving the academy. So we met here. We called all our classmates wherever they are. We didn't forget the widows. We called all of them, and they came here and had a good time. They'll remember it. We never forget.
Must be such an emotional moment.
Yes, for us. You see, just imagine for them.
Yeah.
If you've been to India, you would have seen the Hut of Remembrance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. So there, when you're putting the wreath, we do that when we go there on these kind of things. We all put a wreath. When you put the wreath, there's something. You can't say that it doesn't. Think it is there.
It is. Yeah. You have to acknowledge those emotions.
You acknowledge, and there's an emotion. There's no doubt about it.
Acknowledging those emotions is the very best way. We always say in industrial psychology that the best way to overcome vulnerability is to pass through vulnerability.
True. Anything. If you want to overcome challenge, you have to go through challenge. Then only you overcome it. Anything.
Yeah. Very true. So, sir, post that let us talk about this particular moment where you said that Prime Minister was to come to examine.
Okay.
And you've worked in an environment where there is zero margin of error.
True.
Okay, and that entire incident, if you could elaborate for our viewers.
So much later, yes, I am a Vice Admiral, retired, and I am now the Director General of the Naval Program. And my first boat, which is Arihant, which was commissioned, which was launched at that time by Arihant, by the Prime Minister.
So when you say boat, I should consider submarine, by the way.
Yeah, in the Navy we call submarine boats. So please, for boats, read submarine.
Right.
Yeah. So the boat had to come out of the dock, and we had a problem. So now the decision to take whether you come out or stay inside.
Oh.
Now, if I have to stay inside, everybody is already here. Only the Prime Minister has to fly in. We are already here. Because one day before, he is going to come here for taking it out. So, before taking it out, we do our tests. And we found that there is an issue in one, right? So, I won't mention the issue for good reasons. Yeah.
Right.
So, there was an issue. Now, the decision was, how do I go out? Now, I have to ensure that it is safe. But at that time, everybody looks to you because you're the Director General. Sir, what should we do? Now, how am I different? I just said we're all the same. How am I different from that chap? That's the time you have to take a decision based on your competence, based on what you think, and what are the risks, right? So, it was not risky for them, for that. But just imagine if I had to come back inside the next day after it came out. That would have been the whole newspapers, everybody will be, they'll get to know.
Yeah.
So that was what was worrying me at that time. Because I can't fool the people saying that I have come out and then next
Everything
day go back
is
inside.
okay.
Though there were some pressures to do that. But I said, no, we are not going back. Whatever is outside, we will see how to handle it. And we handled it. So you can see her sailing. She's sailing. So that decision had to be taken. The decision was you can't stop. Everything is done thing. Now the only problem with me was I can't go back inside. But that was not anybody else's problem because Prime Minister aage chale gaya. Now my problem, I can't go inside. So what do I do? So I did, and I was very lucky that I found people who could help me. The person had come from abroad, from thing. They all who knew. He's a scientist from one of the DRDO only who had left and gone away. So he knew what he's talking about, and he told us. And therefore, and he proved it to me, sure that it will work, by taking some kind of a thing. I said, okay, then let's do it. So we did it. And the proof of the pudding was when the submarine went for it, what we call the deep dive. One of the things we have to do is we have to go to the deepest
possible.
Yeah, I won't mention the depth, but the deepest portion which it can go, right? So we go there and we wait for half an hour, 40 minutes, whatever it is, and we come out. When we went there, there was not a bubble. When I say not a bubble, you understand, being a technical man, that there will be, if there was air leaking out from the thing, there would be a bubble. So there was no bubble. So, confidence, it's not confidence, basically. Technology, if you follow technology, if you give it its due, right? Test it, test, whichever way you want, this way, that way, etc. And build the confidence of the people, because please remember, I am not going to be in the submarine when it goes down.
Right, they are the ones.
They are the ones going to. So they have to get the confidence. They will go home.
Awesome.
Nothing would have happened.
Yeah.
Nothing. Even if bubbles come, nothing would have happened. But the issue is that there is a defect. So there was no defect. Whatever defect was rectified. Was rectified. So there was no defect, and she's still sailing. So she has come back to dockyard, dry dock, gone back. Everything she's done.
Oh, okay. And when when your stint with the submarine, development came in.
Yeah. So this program has been there for a while. Had been there for a while, and as I was mentioning, there were very good, predecessors who had set the
systems.
Yeah. So mine was a little easy. I had to follow. Either do one thing I know better than everybody and start, or say they knew better than me and let's follow them. So I took the second option because actually I didn't know. I was thrust into it as a program director. Program director is the number 2 man, like chief executive of the thing. So then I looked at what's happening. I had a very good director general at that time, who was not a technical man, but I can assure you he was as technical as anything. Okay. And he was a submariner. He was not anything. In fact, he was the commanding officer of the first nuclear submarine which we brought from Russia for training. So he knew everything about nuclear this, that, everything. Though he was an executive officer. So hats off to that gentleman. He's still there, but very nice man. Never raises his voice, never a thing. But he gives you time to explain, and if he is convinced, he says, go ahead. That kind of a person. Very nice man. So when I joined this thing, I went kicking in. I was already a vice admiral. I'm going as a vice admiral. So why at this stage? Why you're sending me? It was a very close program. We only need to know people were there. I knew nothing, and I'm heading the thing. It's just that my previous appointments in Vizag. I was general manager of that yard. Much before that, I was manager of weapons. I'm a weapons engineer actually. You don't convert. I was mostly doing weapons, which is basically electronics, weapons, and communication is one, and IT. That's all one. So that general manager there. Before that, manager of weapons there, where all submarines, major repairs were carried out in Visakhapatnam. So I was aware of what all happens, because the earlier submarines, they're what we call the medium repairs. That we take off everything, because you have to look where is the rust, where it is the thing has been eaten up, clean all that, put it back, and then all the equipment go through a major overhaul, they come back. And there's about, I think, 2-year period when the submarine is laid off, and you do that. So I had done those in the first thing when I was manager of weapons. And then as general manager, I was overseeing this. And so I had a general idea about submarines. So with that in mind, I started taking charge. And then first is, I mentioned to you, I'll never say that the previous man did no job. He did a job. I found something. So I have to do my job now. So I had to reassess, put my things, and I had to tell my bosses, I can do this, I can't do this. So if I convince him, he gives me additional time. So under a lot of pressure, because even my boss would be in pressure, because so we went around, but managed to get the submarine. And I was lucky. I joined a program where I saw the submarine in rings. Actually, when I say a ring is a very thin section of a submarine. So we call it a subsection. Rings make one subsection. There is maybe 13 rings, 20, depending on the design. A ring is only this thing. It's like that. Between two, there is one strengthener here, one strengthener here, and a plate. So that becomes one ring. So 13 rings will make a section. So many sections make a block. 3 blocks make a submarine. So I joined the thing when we were in that stage, and I managed to see the submarine come out into the sea. So I have had, and in addition, obviously, we started the second one, third, and you all must have heard about. Second one is already sailing. It is Regat, and the third one Ardeman. It's coming out in end of the year probably. Coming out means being handed over to the Navy. It's already out. It's doing its trials. So it gives me great satisfaction because all these 3 were already being produced during my time. And over time, other things happen and therefore they get delayed. So that one, and the third one is something which I'm looking for, because the second one is almost a repeat of the first one, except it is almost 85% indigenous. And the missiles which we have there, they are bigger compared to the first one, which therefore I was very keen on that. And the next one, what we did is we increased the length of the submarine. So we put 4 and 4, 8 missiles. So this is a completely new plug, which we call it a plug.
Which would carry the missiles?
Which will actually fire the missiles.
Missiles.
They are the containers. They have the containers which will fire the missile. So that was the interesting thing. So if that comes out, the next one, which is already, which people are talking about, which is also started by in my time. I only got the sanction to do it, but the design was repeat the last one, so that I have consolidated my total thing, because each one is different. I can't tell you what the difference is, but we kept on improving on the power, on the capability of the missile, those things we kept thinking, and finally it was, so it's good. And nothing stops, even when you're there, nothing stops, so you keep doing something. People expect something, and then somebody will take it on, and it will happen.
Keep improvising.
It will happen.
All right. Great. So when we talk about, these days the world is full of various war situations. We talk about, war strategies. We talk about different types of wars, right from your trade war to your information war to, cyber security, Navy is something that is instrumental in guarding most of the security aspects. I mean, unlike airspace, marine space is very difficult to segregate.
It doesn't belong to you.
It doesn't belong to you.
Yeah, you a small portion around the thing belongs to you. The rest belongs to everybody.
Right.
I won't say doesn't belong to you. It belongs to everybody.
Belongs
because it's
to
a commons. We call it commons.
Commons.
Yeah.
Right. So how difficult you find that various types of wars coming in, and as an ex-defense officer, how do you see that these wars need to be fought with? And what are the essential skills that you think?
No, you see, let's see one thing today. War has become more technology. You've seen the recent war, recent splat we had with. Though I'm not a defense expert. Please, I won't like to call myself a defense expert. I'm an expert in what I know. However, as a general, if you ask me, because there are a lot of defense experts on TV, so I don't like to associate myself with them.
Right.
Because they know more. They must be reading and all that. As far as I'm concerned, technology is today is evolved to such an extent, and evolving every day.
Right.
So you would have seen in the last skirmish which we had, right? The second lot, when we hit the naval, when we hit those things, we didn't even cross the line of, we didn't even cross the line of control.
Right.
So we did everything from this side. Long range missiles. Missile can't fly unless you're taking charge of the electronic
systems.
No, the anti-missile defense systems. You'll have to make sure your anti-missile defense system. And he had no time. I mean, his aircraft just couldn't come off because he already hit us with long-range missiles. If an aircraft would have gone, there's a possibility. But he could have knocked down your missiles, but you did something to his anti-missile defense systems that they were locked up. So you went and did. So that is one. Secondly, you see the way it's going in another war in the north, where the use of drones.
Yeah.
The use of drones is asking you to start thinking whether we need to spend so much money, on big things or small things. I mean, it's asking a question. It doesn't give you an answer, because So people, it'll evolve. Now, an aircraft carrier with aircraft was supposed to be the most potent thing.
Correct.
But here you are seeing Ukraine has sent what you call drones.
Drones.
I mean, not sent drones. Has used drones to deep in Russia.
Right.
Of course, they did it they smuggled the drones into the country and then did it.
Yeah.
In the water, right? It's a different kettle of fish. Yeah. You have listeners. These submarines are the listeners. They know where the thing. And you have your information about what's happening. Cyber is always there. You have to have resilient systems. There's no system which you can say is cyber proof.
There's nothing called foolproof system.
It cannot be.
Correct.
Because a hacker is one ahead of you always.
Absolutely.
So you can't say your thing. How resilient you are to an attack. So we build resilience in our systems. Like good old days, when if a system could detect your missile, right? We used to have anti-radar systems. So like that, we call them EW, electrical, or ESM, or ECM, electronic countermeasures, electronic countermeasures. So we had those things. So to keep the electronic, so that he's not able to detect you. Similarly, now you'll have to bring in here, how to ensure that if he's thing, before he does damage, how do you get it?
Prevent.
How do you prevent? Right? Which means you must be there when he is there. Then only, not when he's there and gone, then he's done it.
Always on alert.
Yeah. So they build up these systems, and I'm sure the type of engagements will change. I won't say the type of war will change. The type of engagements will change.
Will change.
What they call it's called revolution in military affairs. The RMA they call, there's a term
Correct.
called revolution in military affairs. So that'll go on. So I believe that it will become. We've already sending drones from ships. You have a drone,
Right.
you send him out to do everything. So you don't have to even put your radar on. He does it. He tells you what it is. You can shoot your missile. There are instances where swarms are going along with the aircraft. So the swarms go ahead and they are communicating to an aircraft already in the air. So those kind of things are being done in various countries. So I presume we will be there.
We'll be able to do that. Awesome. Sir, as we are approaching our end of this podcast, I'd like to ask you a few candid questions in terms of what was the happiest moment so far when you see the entire life that you have spent?
Okay, it's very difficult for somebody to say what is the happiest moment, because then you start thinking, ye bhi to happy tha, ye bhi to happy tha, ye bhi happy tha. So happiest is, I would like to put it as, what is, if I say the happiest moment when I got married, you will not agree. So though that was also one of the happy moment.
I would agree with that.
That's also a happy moment.
Right, that is.
Right. But professionally, if you ask me, right, yeah, when I was under a lot of stress with the submarine which I was talking about, and we came out clear, I was happy.
Okay.
One, I was happy for the boys,
right,
who put in faith in the thing, and I'm happy that such a thing happened, because then not only those who work, but those non-believers also believed that such a thing is possible. So that makes you a little
impossible is possible.
Yeah, it's not impossible. We think it is impossible.
Correct.
But we did not work enough to. We haven't thought through enough to think it can be possible.
Correct.
So it's possible. So that, I think, was a happy moment, very happy moment. Now, if I just leave it like that, it will not be good. There are happy moments professionally, otherwise also. I've had a very varied career. I've done almost from building bridges to workshops to submarines, working with the DRDO on various other things, and with the public sector. A lot of joyful moments. So I said very difficult for me. What is the happiest? Joyful moment, yes, and then this is the most joyful moment. Yeah.
Awesome. And what would be the most difficult moment to overcome emotionally?
Yeah. I can tell you what was a difficult moment. You have to find out whether there's emotion in it, because that's your thing.
Every moment has
emotions. I told you that when you're working, you don't think what is emotion, not emotion. You're just doing, and once the thing is done, you go on to the next one. So we really don't know emotion hai nahi hai. Jo emotion hoga.
I'm sure.
So one thing is, we were. I was after I finished my MTech at IIT Delhi, I was posted on the first on INS Godavari, which there's a new Godavari which has come. The old Godavari was 2 years ago, it was thing. Before that, there was a Godavari which we got from the British. But I was in the first indigenously developed and built INS Godavari with two helicopters. Two big seeking helicopters. So it is a real broad one. ऐसे खींचा नया डिजाइन बन गया. So in that, when so before that, after I finished my MTech, I was sent to not to Godavari. I came from Dockyard. I was sent to a ship called Kamorta. There's a new Kamorta now in the east. And that's a completely different, because I was from the western side of thing, and that the east means Soviet, in those days Soviet ships. So I had a lot to learn, and I had a good people who, good staff, and I'm a learner, as I always tell you.
Correct.
So I said, kholo drawing, sikhao, and very few people can teach you from a drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they are only no theory, but I go to a drawing, but then I understand better. So when I reached, then we had to go on go for a missile. There's Sriharikota. From
Right.
there they fire missiles.
Correct.
And somebody has to track it. So naval ships are sent for tracking. So my ship Kamorta was sent for tracking, because we have a thing called, it was called FUT, FUTB, FUTB, because it's called
Okay.
FUTB. So it's got a radar, and they were tracking with that, and everything was fine. Right? I realized that there is we had our magnetron had failed. We had the fleet commander on board, commanding of officers all there. Now fleet commander means is a big man,
Right.
admiral on board. I was a commander. No, I was a lieutenant commander. And sure enough, one day before this happened, 1 day or 2 days before this happened. So I told my commander, I told the fleet commander. So fleet commander said, no problem, we'll get a magnetron from Visakhapatnam. So magnetron came before the thing, and just before, so it was all fitted. I was, most excited. Chalo yaar, we done thing, no? And moment we switched on, we were not getting any target. We were just getting a target this big like this.
Oh.
Because fitting that, there are only two ways: the right way and the wrong way. On top, and we fitted the wrong way.
Okay.
But so there was no idea what the hell, what is happening. Later we know why it became like that, because my hand hit the waveguide. There's a waveguide. My hand, when I went up again, my hand is wicked, and I heard a sound kadak. I say, ये तो loose है, थोड़ा सा loose है. So when we opened the coupling, we found that there is a spigot which is supposed to go in. So only in one way it will go. So we were on the wrong side. So that's why the spigot was up.
Okay.
We put that thing, put it on, everything on radar was calm. Ran up to think, sir, we're okay. And then we tracked.
Oh.
And the fleet commander was so happy. He was a very tough man who later became Chief Dawson. He said, because I had come from Delhi, so, Professor, he called me. So, what went wrong? Because the problem was not anything, professor, it was mechanical. He said, what happened? I said, thing that should not be done was done. I mean, how can you when you put it has to go into the spigot. So the guy who went and put it on top, made a mistake, can't blame him.
Correct.
But at the end of it, we got it in time, we put it, so there you are. Happy moment.
Happy moment again, from difficult to
Yeah,
happy.
it is difficult.
I mean,
It's
it was
difficult.
difficult for
Everybody
sure.
sitting in your head.
Yeah.
If I had not tracked that day, we were the only ship for the tracking that day. Just imagine the amount of effort put in by the missile people, from Sriharikota, this, that, and I'm not able to track. Boo.
That would have been very difficult.
Yeah, so kya hua? Good scripted life.
Awesome.
और कौन जाके ऐसे करता है?
Right. So it all, during that problem solving, the anxiety must have been built.
Absolutely.
Okay. At that point of time when, anxiety or frustration, how to resolve this problem.
That's what I'm saying. I did everything right.
Yeah.
My belief was I did everything right because we did everything right.
Right.
So why it's not happening? So the anxiety to hai na, anxiety hai kya, but I can do nothing more.
Right.
Now this hand hitting is, I mean, it's not part of any technology.
Yeah, it's a human error.
It's human error and found a problem and solve the problem. I mean,
Solve the problem. Awesome. So, sir, it was wonderful talking to you on throughout this journey of yours. We really enjoyed talking to you on various aspects of your life, right from early childhood onwards till now. And like every time, we have got a small tradition where we have 2 mugs. One, I will sign it for you and give it to you, and the second one, you will sign and give it to us. May we have the mugs, please?
Can I say a few words before?
Sure.
Pratik, it was lovely to have come here. I must confess, this is the first time in front of a camera. Not because I'm not handsome, but then I never got an opportunity to get in front of a camera. I mean, that's being vain, no? But so be it. So, I I think 55 years, almost 55, 40 service plus, about 50 years is very difficult to compress in 1 hour.
I agree.
And more, because what about before I joined the academy, 15 years?
Right.
So it is very difficult to put in a thing. But thanks to you, pulled out the things that what you thought was important, and I hope the podcast will be of some use.
I'm sure it will be. It will be of a great. So that's for you. Okay.
Oh, that's where you use the photograph.
Right. And sir, this one, please sign.
I have to sign here?
In between.
In between.
This and this.
Oh, lovely date.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't have got to this date if we had done it the first time, no?
I'm sorry?
I said we wouldn't have got to 88 if we had done it the first time.
Earlier.
So it's again scripted.
Awesome.